The PlayStation 5 stock has been something that everybody's been talking about over the course of, the last 3 months since the PS5 has been released. I think everybody knew going into the release of the PlayStation 5 that it was going to be a super in-demand console. I had even been saying that even though people were undermining how the Series X was going to perform, like even if the demand wasn't as big as the PlayStation 5, they were both going to sell out. And given the pandemic, they were going to sell out pretty fast, and stock was going to be an issue. Did I think it was going to get as bad as it is now, 3 months after the release, and it's still being out of stock? It's still being really hard to find. And the only real option you have to get a PlayStation 5 is to pay scalper prices, or if you're one of the lucky people that have like a Connect, if you know somebody that works at a spot, and you'll be one of the first people to know when it is in stock, so you can go in and they can hook you up. That's honestly how a bunch of the people I know that are getting a PlayStation 5 have been able to get a PS5. Yo, I know my cousin, he knows his friend. You can get a PlayStation 5 hooked up to you, but not everybody is going to be in a lucky situation like that, which has made the market pretty ridiculous. Now, obviously, scalping is a bit of an issue, but there's other issues as well. Chief Financial Officer Hiroki Totoki talked a little bit about it during Sony's recent earnings calls, noting it's difficult for us to increase production of the PlayStation 5 amid the shortage of semiconductors and other components. We have not been able to fully meet the high level of demand from customers, but we continue to do everything in our power to ship as many units as possible to customers who are waiting for a PS5. So it's a plethora of problems. It's not only scalping, but it seems like production is a real issue in getting these components and making PlayStation 5s readily available. Scalping was going to be an issue regardless. It happened with like the Nintendo Wii, the PlayStation 3 initially, PlayStation 4. But if memory serves me correctly, it wasn't as bad as it is right now. Now, there are a couple of things that you have to assess, and I really want to talk about this. I know hindsight is 2020, and it's easy for me to sit over here 3 months after the launch of the PlayStation 5. Is there an argument to be made that Sony undercut themselves by pricing the PlayStation 5 at $500 and then the digital console at $400? Obviously, the strategy has regularly been since the launch of the PlayStation 4, even if you take a loss up front on the console, you're going to make the money back on the back end with software sales, PlayStation Plus subscriptions, digital software sales, everything like that. You're going to end up making your money back. And PlayStation 5s are being sold at a loss, the digital variant of the console being sold at an even bigger loss. However, when you assess the fact of the digital console, all the game sales are going to be digital, you would think that they would make up the difference in cost pretty quickly, even if $100 in difference for the price of the two versions. That is a significant difference, and honestly, even talking about the topic, it's a little bit of hearsay because, again, hindsight is 2020, and I think Sony and everybody is still a little bit scarred by $599 with the PlayStation 3. However, I do also think that was a different time. I think Sony has established themselves as this platform with incredible first-party games, and it's not like that generation where the PlayStation 3 did release a year after the Xbox 360, and then you also have to think about the fact, how expensive was the Xbox 360 in comparison to the PlayStation 3. I believe it was $400 versus $600, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it is a bit of an it is what it is situation, but I do think even if Sony had priced the PlayStation 5 at like $600, $700, it would have sold out everywhere. But that's really a moot point. It's just something that I did want to bring up, just thinking about the fact that how high the demand is, and it's not something I really did talk about that often. I think they could have gotten away with a $600 price tag and a $500 price tag for the digital console. But again, then you're also talking about elements like the PlayStation 5 being, what, $100 more than the Xbox Series X, the Series S being such a cheaper option, and, you know, thinking about heading into launch of both the consoles, you had to think about Microsoft actually having Halo Infinite as a launch title, so the demand for the console would have been different. It's a lot of, you know, just theorizing. It's something we'll never know. But I am interested in knowing, is the philosophy going to be similar heading into next generation? I mean, hopefully the pandemic is far in the rear view mirror by then, and the production is going to go pretty swiftly. But yeah, just a lot of elements to ascertain, and I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, would you have bought a PlayStation 5 if it was, let's say, $600 for the disc-based console and then $500 for the digital-based console? I do think it's an interesting topic to bring up, but maybe I'm just fueling Sony into thinking they could, you know, up the price of the PlayStation 5 by $100. But this is strictly from a business standpoint, and it is just an interesting topic to talk about. But again, I do see PlayStation 3, everybody attributes the big issue with $599, but there are other elements that were involved there. But that's going to wrap up this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. A lot to take away from the PlayStation 5 stock shortages. But you just keep hoping and praying that it is going to be remedied rather shortly. Hopefully next generation or whatever something like this happens, you guys get your pre-orders in quickly, because that is the best way to guarantee that you are going to get like an in-demand product like this. But hopefully next time around it's going to be a lot of a more simple scenario and everybody's able to get one. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.